hardest things in life is to be different. It's not easy to step out and do something that the next person is not doing. You know, I grew up as a kid, you know, looking at the NBA, dreaming hopefully one day I can get there. I grew up watching All-Star games and, you know, thinking that'd be cool, you know, if I can make it there. And now I'm 11 years in consecutively, so you try not to take it for granted. You know, you understand that nothing is guaranteed to you. So I'm thankful.
Don't be afraid to be different, man. That's what Make Your Own Way stands for. Your way. Everybody's is different. Everybody got a different story. You might be from the same block, you might be from the same park, the same neighborhood, whatever the case may be, but everybody got a different path.
I think what Dwayne and Li Ning are doing for these kids is unbelievable, man. I think we need more of those type of people that are not afraid to sacrifice something that's cool for something that can have a positive effect on so many others, and most importantly, a younger generation.
D-Wade coming to my high school, it means the greatest thing in the world, basically. And he's giving back to me, like this room, before he gave back to this room, it was really small. Now it just looks excellent, it looks the best. And D-Wade coming to my school, personally, that's just the greatest thing to ever happen, because most people, when they make it, they don't come back.
What these kids get to learn in these moments is not just how to put a ball in a hoop. They learn how to be themselves, be confident and confident in any arena. They're coming, they're coming.
Make your own way to me is kind of like paving your own path to greatness.
Be a leader, kind of follower.
To inspire other people to lead by example.
Challenging my team to find the need in the community, you know, with our youth. And, you know, going around and trying to, you know, figure it out, man. And, you know, we always try to leave an impact. You know, every time we come to a city, I know how important that is. You know, it can be something small, man. Just by seeing someone come to your school or see someone care about you enough, it can change your whole outlook on life. You know, so I've been there before and I get it.
Game time, baby. You know it. The Saigon Heat cheer squad.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Without further ado, we would like to welcome our visitors from Vietnam, the Saigon Heat. And number 0, playing the larger jacket. And number 1, stepping in minute. Number 3, waiting at the end. Number 4, off the minute. Number 5, Wang Zhongfu. Number 6, and number 8, Moses Martin. And number 9, Hanley Chu. Number 10, and number 11, Wang Zhongmo. Number 17, Henry Lee. Number 30, Paul E. Williams. And number 33, Davey Harrison.
Turn one of the monitors.
Watch the antenna. No, don't. That one's very sensitive. Don't. Pass to the Garaku. But Is there anthem first kan? Okay, after the guard go. Go like this, huh? Lead. So count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom.
Right after, huh?
Zaki, Baki.
Collar, okay?
Yeah. Oh, shit. No.
Are you sure?
I just checked.
You get what I'm getting at. Why did he just trying to play the trick on you and you said that on national television?
Well,
awesome.
I'm in trouble.
Sin Chow sounds alright. I think so. Is it still Chinese New Year?
Alright, I would like everyone please to rise for the playing of the Vietnamese anthem and a special performance by resident for the Malaysia national anthem coming up right now.
yes. Hello, basketball fans. Hello, basketball fans, and welcome to the ABL playoffs. It's game one of semi-final number one between the Westport's Malaysia Dragons and the Saigon Heat, live from Mabo Stadium. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, Andre Reza, and Lenora Lowe, our courtside reporter. But Dre, the playoffs are finally here.
Yeah, this is where the season really starts. I am excited to get this game going, Ben.
Well, the Saigon Heat are excited as well, but no Moses Morgan. Their offense will be tested today.
Yeah, without Morgan, he contributes 16 points. He is a catalyst on offense. He is the one to watch out for. Now, without him out there, it's going to be a difficulty for the Saigon Heat to get going on offense.
Well, let's look at the starting five for both respective teams. Jason Brickman playing Matthew Wright, Calvin Godfrey, Reggie Johnson, and Kwek Ten Nguyen. And for Saigon Heat, or the Saigon Heat, shall I say, you got Wang, and then you got Thieu Han Min, Paul Williams, David Arnold, and Lenny Daniel. Like I said, no Moses Morgan. So, from downtown, they will be tested. Someone needs to step up.
Yeah, without Moses Morgan and his opportunities, so his shooting prowess rather, it's going to be difficult for them to going to be difficult for them to make up for that offense. 16 points is a lot of offense to make up for. We'll see how they do.
Apologies, we just had a bit of a technical difficulty there, but we're back on it. And the opening tip-off, and the Dragons win the tip. Brickman. Matt Wright for the runner, and the Dragons are underway, Dre.
That's a good start. Matt Wright driving in the lane, hitting that easy jump shot. So that easy layup, rather.
Lenny Daniel kicks out. Thieu Han Min. Easy rebound by Reggie Johnson. Saigon got to really work the boards today, Dre. They were out-rebounded by the Singapore Slingers last week.
Yeah, Saigon, they're trying to get into a rhythm here coming into the playoffs. Now, some people say this is where the real season starts. It's like the second season, so to speak, right? This is where the real basketball is being played. You want to be able to out-rebound your opponents, to set the tone early with your big man. Now, without saying too much right now, I think Saigon is going to have difficulty doing that against a full and healthy Dragon squad.
That's right. But Saigon, bit of a psychological blow. No Moses Morgan. But their locals really have to step up. And that's the purpose of the ASEAN Basketball League, to develop the locals. Locals must step up, get it improved all the time. Blocked by Johnson. Here come the Dragons in transition. Brickman. Reggie Johnson is open. Swishes the two-pointer. Great start by the home team, Trey.
Yep, Reggie Johnson with the block on one end and the nice mid-range jump shot on the other.
Dragons just want to get this game done, go to Saigon, see what happens.
Yeah, it's really early yet. Now Saigon might have something to say about that. Nice pass. No call.
Was that a block by Johnson?
Looked like it, according to the referee. Lenny Daniel said otherwise, though.
Well, it's Dragons ball at the moment. And good to see Kwek Ten Yuen starting. He's come a long way this season. I keep calling him young man, but the first time I met him, he was 20. Many years ago, he was a really young guy then, but he's matured a lot. But guys like Kwek, they need to get a bit more arrogant in a basketball way. Too nice, stop saying sorry all the time. Matthew Wright was always saying, Kwek's always saying sorry. What's going on here, Trey, with the Saigon Heat? Is it nerves?
A little bit of nervous energy, you can see. They've got to get into rhythm here. Dragons, though, look like they're just falling right into it. It's great to see Jason Brickman not showing any ill effects. He looked a little bit ginger the other day, right?
Well, there was a rumor yesterday that, there we see Jason Brickman right here, he was carrying some sort of calf injury. And there was talks about Wong Wei Sing stepping up and playing point guard today. But I checked with the Dragons coaching staff this morning. They said, yeah, he's good to go. You know, and that's the thing, Dre, in any sport, especially basketball, you're going to get some niggles here and there. And Brickman, well, he must have heard us because he is super Jason Brickman.
Yeah, he went right to the cup. There was no one who could stay in front of him.
Don't forget, Jason Brickman led the league in assists during the regular season, 10.7 assists per game. Matthew Wright led the league in scoring, 23.1 points per game. So our own Splash Brothers showing the way. Move over, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry.
I wouldn't say that, but this combination has been the offensive catalyst for the Dragons. Jason Brickman, best passer in the league's always looking to get other players involved. And Matthew Wright, sharpshooter, inside, outside, layup, three-pointer, all over the place. You can't see it on camera right now, but Tony Garbolato is having some words with the referee.
Well, that didn't take him long.
No, only 2.5 minutes into it.
Saigon, Arnold open. Can he hit it? And does. As the first basket for the Saigon Heat. Sorry, Dre, cut you off there.
My mistake. It's all right. If the Saigon Heat want to get into it, David Arnold has to have a great game. Not his usual 16-point game, but a huge game.
Reggie Johnson there called for traveling. A good call as well. Jason Brickman hustling Stephen Wang. Good bit of pressure D here by the Dragons. Don't give them any open looks. Too-Han Min kicks out. Arnold hands off to Daniel, and that's a foul. Oh, was it?
I did not see that call. Let's see it again. It's a great pass. And
that looked like there was contact there.
There looked maybe 3 seconds, though, because Paul Williams was in the lane for quite a bit.
Brickman to Johnson. Hands off to Brickman. Arnold staying with him. Looking to close him down. Brickman with a floater. Here comes Kwek. Kwek Ten Yuen. Look at him. Now that's the confidence. That's the type of confidence I'm talking about.
Yeah, he got the loose ball, went right to the rack for a nice little slam there.
Could it be the Kwek show today? Early days yet, but it'd be nice to tell that story. Paul Williams, who replaced Will Creekmore this season. Daniel, now that's contact right there.
And one. He hit that basket after getting quite a heavy hit there from Godfrey. Paul Williams posting up, finding the open Lenny Daniels. No, that was Kwek with the foul. Good strength by Lenny Daniels to finish that one, Ben.
Well, he's so good in the low post, isn't he? Just like, I remember that dunk he did on Reggie Johnson. That was a monster jam. Arguably the best dunk of the season.
I would have to agree with you there, reluctantly, but I do agree that athleticism that you see with Lenny Daniels doesn't come around that often.
Calvin Godfrey hits the iron. Here comes Wang. He's got speed to burn, this guy. Good to see Dragons getting back in transition quite quickly there, Dre.
Yeah, the defense is going to be the key here, whether they can get up to an early lead.
Paul Williams thought he was going to go for the reverse there because that's what he did against Singapore to give Saigon some production. Right! And knocks it down. Matthew Wright.
The Jason Brickman, Matthew Wright combination looks to be on track here in the first quarter.
Well, good start here by the Dragons. I mean, nerves will always get the better of you in the first few minutes, but the Dragons, as long as they play their offensive game, which is their biggest weapon, then everything will look after itself.
You're right to talk about that biggest weapon, Ben. The Dragons lead in nearly every single offensive category. Lead the league, shall I say, in every single offensive category.
As long as we know what you mean, Dre. English conversational English, as I always say, as long as the meaning is there. It doesn't matter about the grammar. Got to watch the shot clock. Teo Han Min kicks out. Williams puts it in. Good team basketball there by Saigon Heat.
Yeah, that was a bailout. Teo Han Min had nowhere to go when he ran into Reggie Johnson. Good thing Paul Williams was right behind him for that follow.
Godfrey had a great season. He kicks out. Johnson pulls up for the three and knocks down the three. Paul Williams is smiling. And Brickman, good hustle there by the point guard of the Dragons, the man from San Antonio.
Reggie Johnson, that's the second taken three this game. He hit one, he missed one. Not the shot that you'd expect the big man to take from outside, but he hit it.
But Reggie Johnson, I've noticed about his game during the regular season, if he gets an open look, he's going to try to knock it down.
Yeah, and that's great. You want your big men to have the confidence to take that shot, but I think the Saigon Heat would live with Reggie Johnson camping out on the three-point line as opposed to put himself underneath that basket. Wouldn't you agree, Ben?
I would agree with that. But let's not talk about the Saigon Heat since we've got a vision of them right now. I mean, my opinion is that number 6, Weng Tan Yan, who's not a bad player. I mean, he's still got a little bit of way to go, but I think he needs to come into this game a bit more because he had a decent game against Singapore last Sunday. And, I mean, Teo Han Min, who is the captain of the Vietnam national team, I mean, I see the same, well, game pattern with him today, like last week against Singapore. Very nervous to take that shot. Very nervous to drive to the tin. So he kicks out, and sometimes that leads to turnovers. Don't forget, Saigon had a lot of turnovers in that game against Singapore, and Coach Tony Gabalato was saying, look, if we can get less than 15 turnovers and hit our shots, we might be okay.
I would have to agree with you there, and it's going to be difficult for the Saigon Heat to do so with the Dragons' kind of pressure defense that they're playing right now to keep those turnovers low. They're always in your face. Don't know how long Coach Ariel is going to keep on pressuring them full court like this, though.
Good steal by Matt Wright. This should be an easy bucket. Two-handed jam and hangs. That's the stuff that the crowd love to see, Dre.
Great athleticism by Matthew Wright, getting the steal and the flush on the other end.
Well, that's something that the Dragons have worked on over the years, pressuring the ball. Wang to Arnold. Saigon need to get going. Fake and step back by Lenny Daniel. Can't hit the tin.
Not a good shot there by Lenny Daniel. Oh, miscommunication between Matthew Wright and Reggie Johnson.
Here comes Daniel, and one.
Excuse me, Ben, but that is where Lenny Daniel is most dangerous. As you see here in the full court, getting the nice pass and finishing with the foul.
Well, you can't give Lenny Daniel space and time, can you? He will just use his athleticism and just burn you.
Not just athleticism, he's got good body control to be able to absorb that contact and still finish at the cup.
Well, he's a great athlete to watch. Wong Wei Sing now on the court for the Dragons. Looks like Coach Ariel is gonna well, rotated a bit. Johnson to Godfrey. He's being double teamed. Almost beats the double team. Tried to work glass. 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in this quarter. Wang being guarded by Wright. Daniel and Godfrey. For a spin, Johnson, Mr. Reliable when it comes to rebounds. Here comes Matt Wright. Johnson, he's open, he's gonna take another three. Almost hits the iron and goes out. Saigon ball. 7-point ball game here at the moment. Looks like after the timeout, Saigon a little bit more assertive, Dre.
Definitely in a position where they can still make this a competitive game. They're only 7 points down without your second highest score. I think they're in a good spot, Ben.
Well, let's see what happens. Early days in. Wang. He kicks out. Williams for the two. Johnson, catch to Wright, and he puts it in. Reggie Johnson saying something to the Saigon bench. Don't create a war just yet.
Well, Reggie Johnson beat nearly all the team down court, got that pass, passed it beautifully back to Matthew Wright for the finish.
Stephen Wang inbounds to Daniel Williams. Gotta look for those backdoor cuts there, Dre.
Lenny Daniels doing a lot of one-on-one basketball right now. It's just dump the ball into Lenny Daniels in the post and see what happens. Not the best plan for Saigon.
Well, that's something I wanted to ask you right here. Let's look at Daniel right there. He takes the ball and he just smashes it to Calvin Godfrey's knee, so it would be Saigon ball. But you don't really see, I mean, with their offensive sets with Saigon, you don't really see them cutting in. They like to move it around the perimeter more, yeah?
Yeah, and that's something that you can see throughout the season. It's been really relying on the individual talents of the Saigon Heat players as opposed to team basketball.
Matt Wright. Dragons a bit cold here at the moment. Need to get it clicking once again. Daniel. Came off Paul Williams. Sorry, check that, my mistake. Came off Reggie Johnson, so he will be Saigon ball. Dragons got a body up. Daniel, and one. And now, sorry there, Dre, it's a 5-point ball game. And possibly 4 if Mr. Daniel can convert this free throw. What's up, Dre?
That's the 3rd and 1 that Lenny Daniels has had in the first quarter. He absorbs the contact, he finishes the basket, he hits the free throws. That is the only reason Saigon's as close as they are right now.
Godfrey, good block there by Lenny Daniel. Jason Brickman now back on the court. Paul Williams puts it in. 2-point ball game, 35 seconds left. Dragons need just to score at the moment. Something happened after that timeout. 5 to Brickman. Matt Wright. That was tough, physical. But this is the playoffs.
That's a playoff foul. Don't let him get an easy basket. Matthew Wright drives the lane, hits Calvin Godfrey, who gets annihilated by a combination of Lenny Daniels and Paul Williams.
Well, Cal looking a little frustrated here at the moment. Usually the Dragons, you know, historically this season, the ball would get to him and he'd put it away. And early, and that would sort of give the team a lift.
And you can see that it's the point of the Saigon Heat to try to deny that post-entry pass to Calvin Godfrey. Every time he touches the ball, he's being double-teamed. And that's made life difficult. See whether Calvin Godfrey can take advantage of that and maybe move the ball around.
hits the second, misses the first. 3-point ball game. Dragons just need to go back to pressure D and protect the ball and let their offense look after itself, because how many times have we said their offense is absolutely awesome? What call was that, Mr. Referee? Dre, did you have a good vision of that or sight of that?
Looks like it was a blocking foul, as you see here. Stephen Nguyen drives the lane. Shifi tries to draw a charge, a bit too late coming into the lane, and gets caught for blocking.
Phi staying with. Good move there by Teo-Han Min. Knocked the ball out of Jason Brickman's hands. So let's now recap the highlights of the first quarter. The second quarter about to start. It's 21-18 to the Dragons. A big xin chào hello to all our Vietnam fans who are watching us on ABL live stream. We love the Saigon Heat fans, don't we, Dre? They're very passionate.
They are, and Saigon at home is one of the toughest games to play. And they have a sizable Saigon Heat crowd here as well, I can see.
Well, Connor Wang, the general manager of the team, is sitting in the crowd with the cheer squad, so that's always good to see. Management and fans loving the game together. But I must say, back to the basketball, Dre, the first quarter was all about, well, it was a quarter of 2 periods. Dragons were the better team in the first period of that quarter. Teo-Han Min! What a game. What did I say about locals stepping up?
Yeah, you're right. Teo-Han Min at the buzzer hits that 3-point shot.
Brickman with a floater. Can't sink it. Dragons look a bit off at the moment. Min using his speed. Dragons need to get organized defensively. Daniel Johnson, they're fighting for it. They got the ball. Brickman. Matt Wright pulls up. And a very, very much needed 3.
Jason Brickman ran as fast as he could down court, hit Matthew Wright in the corner for an open 3-point shot. Saigon's got to do a better job of finding wherever Matthew Wright's running to. Ben can't give him shots like that.
Good pass by Dave Arnold. Teo-Han Min again. Cal's got to do better there in terms of rebounding. He's a lot better than that. Arnold for the 2. Johnson, good pass to Brickman. Calvin Godfrey trying to keep it in, but Teo Han Min's got the ball. Alley-oop! What an alley-oop! Good combination play there. Cross-court pass, Matt Wright. Calvin Godfrey not looking himself there, Dre.
Looking a little tentative right now. Let's see whether they can pick it up this second quarter.
Well, stole the ball. Matt Wright, he floats it and hits the iron, falls short. Come on, Dragons, pick it up. But full credit to Saigon.
Saigon is playing a great game right now, relying on their athleticism a little bit, getting to the open court, finishing for easy baskets, and those 3-and-1s by Lenny Daniels in the start of the first quarter really made an impact.
Sloppy on rebounding there, but here comes Brickman. Godfrey kicks out. Daniel with the steal. And Reggie Johnson, just Daniel going all the way. Oh, he misses the dunk. But Teo Han Min gets the ball. Daniel again. The Dragons can consider themselves very lucky there, Dre.
Lenny Daniel missing an open dunk. That is very lucky.
Just ask Moala Tautua about missed dunks. It happens to the best of them. Too much adrenaline there, but for Lenny Daniel. Let's have a look at this slam dunk right here. No, sorry.
That's that play stolen. No, sorry, the foul off the reach-in on Reggie Johnson.
Let's have a look at this slam dunk right now. It's a timeout. But our producers getting a bit excited there that they wanted to run that play of Lenny Daniel. Let's have a look at it right now. Dre.
Yeah, that's it. The nice alley-oop. Lenny Daniel skies for that one-handed slam.
Well, I was also wanting to look at the missed dunk because Lenny Daniel hardly happens to a guy like that. One day you could dunk in Reggie Johnson's face. One day you could miss a dunk.
Yeah, I mean, he's human. He's going to make a mistake. It's just unfortunate that it was a mistake on an open slam dunk like that.
So as you can see, Tony Gavalato quite happy with the performance of his team in the second quarter. But Coach Ariel and his coaching staff not impressed. There was a turning point at the start of this quarter, and it's just like the Dragons were sloppy in terms of boxing out, rebounding, and just pressuring the ball.
And that happened in about the 6th minute in the first quarter, Ben, when they were up 13-6. Suddenly, Saigon came back, scored another 12 points straight. It was 21-18 by the end of the first quarter. Now, Saigon showing that they are not to be counted out just because Morgan's not playing.
Well, I know Coach Ariel said something similar when the Dragons won in Thailand when they beat High Tech when there was no Chris Charles. I mean, High Tech were very competitive considering they were missing their biggest guy in their team. So, Godfrey, how many points has he had in the first quarter? 3 points, Trey?
Oh, Godfrey only had 1 point in the first quarter. Very unlike him.
That is not the Kelvin Godfrey we know, but nerves can get the better of us. Williams now. Wang. That didn't look like a foul in real time, but let's have a look at that again. Good intent there by Wong Yi Hao.
Lenny Daniel, Yi Hao looks like he got a little bit of the arm. Lenny Daniel made sure to sell that.
The salesman pitch. Wang trying to set something up. Williams sets the screen. Can't give Saigon open looks. Shot clock violation. And that's another thing they got to be aware of. They did that a lot against Singapore last Sunday. Saigon, that is. Sometimes they pass it way too much, and then you only have 24 seconds to score.
Yeah, it was a little bit tentative from Saigon.
Johnson, he's being double teamed. for the reverse traveling call. That's his second travel call for the day.
That's an interesting call.
It is, it is. Dave Singleton there, the assistant coach of the Saigon Heat, was on our screen just about 10 seconds ago. Nice guy. Golden State Warriors fan. Arnold. He's been a bit quiet this quarter. Wang Tan Yan to Paul Williams. Gotta watch the shot clock. Lenny Daniel to give the Saigon Heat the lead for the very first time today. The Dragons are trailing.
That's not a shot Lenny Daniels usually takes.
No, it isn't. Good block there by Matthew Wright. What did the referee call now?
Oh, Matt Wright was out of bounds when he caught the ball. He has to have 2 feet in bounds before he can touch that one. Ref said he did not.
Well, Coach Tony Gabalato did say in an interview with the ASEAN Basketball League website people that, you know, if you can get a bit of luck, hit the shots, they've got a chance, and Lenny Daniel hit that shot. And they haven't turned the ball over much.
I'd be very interested to see whether they can maintain this pace, though.
That was an interesting call by the referee. I think Paul Williams has a case. It looked like it came off a Dragons player. Jason Brickman calling for 3 men outside the perimeter. Phi on the court. Johnson can get the rebound. I think that's a tactic by the Saigon Heat. Attack the Westport's Malaysia Dragons bigs.
It might be, but it's going to work to their disadvantage if it's going to be Lenny Daniels and Paul Williams keeping on doing that, because they've only got 2 big men. They've only got Paul Williams and Lenny Daniels. If them get into foul trouble early, it's going to be a problem for Coach Tony Gabalato.
That's right. Reggie Johnson completely missed the target. And the Saigon Heat fans letting him know about it. Air ball, air ball. So they're trying to do or play their part. Daniel. All right, what a floater by Lenny Daniel, the man from Richmond, Virginia. Brickman pulls up for the 3. Can he hit it? He does. Jason Brickman. Don't know which scoreboard to believe here, Dre. Now it's fixed, 28 apiece. Quick guarding Lenny Daniel, and they're having words. Arnold. Got to put a body on him. Got to shut him down. Williams. Good defense there by Kwek. Well done, Kwek Tan Yuen, the man from War. Matt Wright, he's open. Can he hit the 3? No. Oh, Reggie Johnson almost for the tip-in. And here comes Arnold. Good foul there by Matt Wright.
The referee called an unsportsmanlike foul. Didn't think that Matthew Wright was going for the ball. See here, he looks like he makes a play for it, but he wraps him up a little bit. Referee said that was a intentional foul, so they'll get shots and the ball back.
Well, we can't see it at the moment, Dre, but Tony Gabalato, well, Tony Gabalato saying words, but that we did see, but we can't see the bench of Saigon at the moment. They're pumped. They've got momentum. They've got the adrenaline. Dave Arnold, Viet Arnold, missed the shot. And Dave Arnold played American football in high school, and you asked me a few weeks ago what position. Well, he played wide receiver and running back.
I can see him as a running back.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's strong.
Low center of gravity. I can see that.
Well, they'll need his toughness here today. And it's going to get physical. So that American football background is going to help. Football, as Americans call it.
It is football. That's the only thing they know is football.
Not soccer, huh? It's funny that a lot of the guys in the Saigon Heat, a lot of them started as soccer players when they started their sports career.
Really?
Yes. Number 5, To Wang Chung, started as a goalkeeper and then a striker and then moved into a basketball player. Or becoming a basketball player, should I say. Saigon. And that was off Paul Williams. That's a clean cut call. Dragons need a basket. Dragons need a run to lift their spirits.
Yes, they do. And looking at Jason Brickman right now, he's going to go straight to Matthew Wright. Feed the post and see what happens. That's the good play. They've only got 2 big men. You see, double team comes immediately.
Calvin Godfrey. Just can't hit him at the moment, or can't sink him at the moment. That was a dunk out of frustration there, Dre.
Yes, it was. Matthew Wright. A little frustrated he's not getting the ball in optimum position. Now, look, whenever you watch this, Ben, throughout the game, whenever Johnson gets the ball on the post, they're going to send a double team at him. And I guess Matthew Wright's frustrated that he's not getting the ball out of that double team.
Calvin's shot's not going in. Brickman, 5, spots up. Low C5. Low C5 scored 12 points against the MX3 Kings last weekend. He had a good game, his best game of the season. The Dragons need more of that.
It's nice to see him rounding into form for the playoffs, man. It's good for the Dragons.
Way short. 5 with the ball. Can he drive to the basket? 5 again.
But Calvin Godfrey giving up that easy basket on the break there. He was wide open, but he kicked it out to Jason Brickman instead.
One of those days for Cal, but he's still got time to pick it up. I mean, it happened to Reggie Johnson once that Saigon not hitting their shots at the moment. Jason Brickman saying to the referee, that was a foul, that was contact on my palm. What's going on there? Timeout. And both teams going a little bit wonky here at the moment, Trey, in the last 2.5 minutes or so.
Execution not at its best right now from either team. It could be due to the contact. They're not used to the playoff style of basketball right now. But both teams are complaining of reaching in on the dribble. You see Tony Gabalatos complaining whenever his players are dribbling. You know, the Dragons players are digging in on them. And it's the same with Jason Brickman just now when he was coming up court. He said, look, I got hit, ref. I got hit. No call.
Well, on the 23rd of January 2016, the West Coast Malaysia Dragons defeated the Saigon Heat 86-76. And they beat the Saigon Heat in the regular season series 3-1. But Yaqub Hussaini, team manager of the Dragons, said to the team at the end of practice on Thursday night, look, yes, it's 3-1, but this is the playoffs. It's now 0-0. Who cares about history? Now is when it counts. So now you have a chance to put it away and be part of history.
Totally agree with those words from Yaqub. He put it out perfectly. Regular season right now does not matter. This is the playoffs.
Well, one thing about the Dragons historically, I've said this a few times during our games during the season, you know, like when they go into a game, they know a certain player is not playing, like a Moses Morgan equivalent. They kind of take the foot off the gas a bit. Gotta hustle, gotta play. Doesn't matter who's on the floor. Play your game. Play the Dragons game. Right. That looked like some contact right there. Teo Min beats Brickman. 31 apiece.
Matthew Wright is not happy.
Brickman, Godfrey with the ball. Johnson. $31 apiece. 50 seconds to go in this quarter. Halftime approaching.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing. It looks like there's a lid on the rim for Calvin Godfrey right now. He cannot buy a basket.
Tough, tough. Reggie Johnson from North Carolina converts both shots. 2-point lead for the Dragons. Baseball pass to Paul Williams. A bit late there by Mr. Williams, the man who's played basketball in 3 countries, Spain, England, and Japan. Brickman, he's calling for something. He goes for the, oh. It's a bit of a block there, Dre.
Oh, great swat by Lenny Daniels. Getting up high enough to block Jason Brickman's runner.
Well, it looks like the Saigon Heat have done some homework on the West Coast Malaysia Dragons. Right. Paul Williams got a bit of that. Godfrey. And he puts it in. Calvin Godfrey.
That's the first basket of the game from Calvin Godfrey, and he comes 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, what do you always say, Dre? If you're having a bad game, just keep shooting, just keep going.
That's right. Sorry, that's the second basket, according to our stats guy here. No, that's the first basket. I can
Well,
see.
he got a free throw.
A free throw, yes, but first field goal.
So it counts, and it's a 2-point ball game in favor of the West Coast Malaysia Dragons, but take nothing away from the Saigon Heat. They have come here to play, and they're a man down, no Moses Morgan, but it doesn't matter. They are, well, at times, shall I say, they have got the better of the West Coast Malaysia Dragons.
Saigon have come out and burst everyone's expectations. Everyone thought Dragons would have an easy run of it, especially without Moses Morgan, and they're proving that you can't discount us yet, man.
Okay, so the Dragons lead 35 points to 33. It's halftime right here at Mava Stadium, live on RTM TV1 and ABL live stream.
hardest things in life is to be different. It's not easy to step out and do something that the next person is not doing. You know, I grew up as a kid, you know, looking at the NBA, dreaming hopefully one day I can get there. I grew up watching All-Star games and, you know, thinking that'd be cool. Now I'm 11 years in consecutively, so you try not to take it for granted. You know, you try to, you understand that nothing is guaranteed to you. So I'm thankful.
Don't be afraid to be different, man. That's what make your own way stands for. Your way. Everybody's is different. Everybody got a different story. You might be from the same block, you might be from the same park, the same neighborhood, whatever the case may be, but everybody got a different path.
I think what Dwayne and Li Ning are doing for these kids is unbelievable, man. I think we need more of those type of people that are not afraid to sacrifice something that's cool for something that can have a positive effect on so many others, and most importantly, a younger generation.
D-Wade coming to my high school, it means the greatest thing in the world, basically. And he's giving back to me, like this room, before he gave back to this room, it was really small. Now it just looks excellent, it looks the best. And D-Wade coming to my school, personally, that's just the greatest thing to ever happen, because most people, when they make it, they don't come back.
What these kids get to learn in these moments is not just how to put a ball in a hoop. They learn how to be themselves, be confident and competent in any arena. They're coming, they're coming.
Make your own way to me is kind of like paving your own path to greatness.
Be a leader, kind of follower. To inspire other people to lead by example.
challenging my team to find the need in the community, with our youth. And, going around and trying to, figure it out, man. And, we always try to leave an impact. Every time we come to a city, I know how important that is. It can be something small, man. Just by seeing someone come to your school or see someone care about you enough, it can change your whole outlook on life. So I've been there before, and I get it. And one of the hardest things in life is to be
Thanks so much, guys. With me is assistant coach of Saigon Heat, David Singleton. During the first quarter you were a bit cold, but the second quarter you came alive. What happened?
I think the guys just understood that we can play better, and we know we can play better, and we just, let it loose, played free, and had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you happy or not happy with during the first half of the game?
I think we were happy with our energy and our effort. I think we played really hard. We matched the intensity of Malaysia. They're a really good basketball team, but we're confident in this game.
All right. Are you confident that Saigon Heat can go all the way to the finals? What is the belief for this team?
The belief is let's win this game right here, and we'll worry about everything else later.
Okay.
Thank you.
All the best, coach. Now we got assistant coach Shogi Gan from West Coast Malaysia Dragons. Second quarter, the Dragons were dry in hitting the baskets. What happened there?
They're doing a good job defending our inside, our big man, and that's leading to us not getting open looks in the outside. Yeah.
Speaking of big man, what's going on with Calvin Godfrey?
He missed a few, and it's getting into his head. So I'm sure he'll rebound in the second half.
What are the adjustments for the second half of the game?
We have to keep on attacking them so that we can get open looks outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Shogi. All the best for the second half. Back to Ben and Dre.
Thanks very much, Lynn. Welcome back, everyone. The game about to start. The Dragons going to inbound the ball right to Brickman, the Splash Brothers. But like Lynn said, Calvin Godfrey not having his best half. He's got the ball now and drives. He must have heard us, Dre.
He must have. It's coming out strong to start the second half.
Let's see if Saigon can keep up this intensity. Remember, no Moses Morgan for the Saigon Heat. He's got a broken nose from that game against Singapore last Sunday. Daniel. Arnold for the float. Hits the iron and goes in. Matthew Wright being guarded by Stephen Wang. Johnson to the corner. Kwek Ten Yuen nails the three-pointer. The locals are stepping up. Lo Shi Fai scored a 3 in the first half, and now it's Kwek's turn. 5-point lead for the Dragons. But got to pressure the ball, got to tighten up on DJ.
Yeah, if the Dragons want to be able to win this game, they've got to defend well without fouling, Ben. As they force that turnover right now, good defense. Like I said, they must have heard us.
Well, it's a good start. I know early days yet. Good start to the third quarter by the Dragons. Wonder what Coach Ariel said to the guys. He must have brought out his Philippine megaphone and just said, come on, do the basics. Not in that accent, of course.
Yeah, let's not do the impressions here.
Johnson. And drops it in. Reggie Johnson playing smart basketball, the Dragons at the moment.
Yeah, nice soft touch. Didn't want to take it too low. Pulled up for a short jump shot.
Wang. Saigon got to improve in terms of their offensive sets. Good cut there by Teo Han Min. Shot clock violation. Here come the Dragons. Bit slow there, in transition, not the Dragons that we're used to. So quick in transition.
Yeah, and all credit to Saigon. They know the Dragons' game plan is to get out and run, and they're doing their best to get back on transition defense.
Well, I noticed in the first half that it's almost like Saigon Heat knew some of the Dragons' plays, like Brickman's floaters, where Matt Wright attacks the basket. Take the shot.
And they come down, when it comes down to it, it is the playoffs, and they're going to do their homework, man. They're going to study up. As you see here, Calvin Godfrey trying to get into the flow of things. Almost makes that basket, but he gets fouled. Going to shoot 2. Nice shoes there.
Is that your fashion basketball opinion, Dre?
They look good. That's all I'm saying.
Calvin Godfrey, a LeBron James fan, and sometimes LeBron James has a bad game too. So
few and far between, but he does.
I know it's breaks both shots. I know it's a tough comparison, but every athlete has a bad day.
Yeah, and it's important for it to not let it get to his head. He can't overthink it. Just play basketball.
Arnold got to stay with him. Wang He kicks out Daniel. Ooh, let's hope this is not an injury on Lenny Daniel. Because don't forget, the Saigon roster quite thin at the moment. They came here with a 10-man roster, and they are already one import down with no Moses Morgan. And Lenny Daniel limping there a little bit.
You see here, it's a great pass to a cutting Lenny Daniel. Went up for that dunk, and nothing terribly malicious about that, but when Reggie Johnson wants to foul you, he will foul you. That's a big man.
Lenny Daniel made the All Big West first team in the NCAA. Cal State Northridge College in America. Massive LA Lakers fan. Lenny Daniel. Good guy as well. 1 out of 2 for Daniel. Hugh Han Min guarding Brickman. Brickman trying to set something up offensively. Kicks out. Matthew Wright for the 3. Falls way short. Brickman for the floater. They've got numbers. Arnold pulls up for the 3. And what did the referee call? Offensive foul by Saigon. I didn't see that, Dre, did you?
I did not. That's an interesting call.
I must say, Tony Gabalato and his coaching staff.
Let's see this again. David Arnold takes the long jumper, comes off the iron. Lenny Daniel. Oh, Paul Williams. They're calling the holding on Paul Williams. It's a loose ball foul. That's legit. That's legit.
Legit. Just about to say cross-court pass. Some interesting calls being made at the moment by our beloved referees.
They've just got to keep it consistent, man. Both teams just look for consistency.
That's all we want. Brickman, right. Good defense here by Stephen Wang and Saigon at the moment. Floated. So the usual floaters not really going in at the moment for Brickman and co. Godfrey. Johnson posting up on Williams. Hook shot and in.
That's his go-to move. When you put Reggie Johnson that close to the basket, right hand hook, that's money.
I gotta love his hook shots.
Soft touch for a big man.
Arnold. Tighten up, Dragons. Arnold.
Good defense by the Dragons.
Very good defense. And again, Saigon, a bit careless, not aware of their surroundings in terms of the shot clock. Godfrey spins glass. Johnson with the rebound and puts it in. Reggie Johnson showing his muscles. I've got a new name for Reggie Johnson, by the way. It's Hurricane Reggie Johnson.
Hurricane.
Because he went to the University of Miami, the Hurricanes. And if he comes at you, you feel like a hurricane is coming at you. What did I say? Knock down knocks, throw down knocks. I know you like that one.
No, I did. I could buy into this hurricane.
And I remember Justin Knox put up a photo on his Facebook this morning with all his ABL photos. And I replied on his Facebook, I said, big guy, I miss saying knock down knocks, throw down knocks. He hasn't pressed the like button yet.
No, not yet, huh?
There's the time difference in the US.
I know.
Him and I good buddies. We go to Starbucks. Well done, Lenny Daniel.
He wanted the foul on that one. A lot of contact.
Johnson. Glass and in. Paul Williams is going to do much, much better when guarding Reggie Johnson. There's a huge size and strength difference there.
Yep, you can't let Reggie Johnson set up 2 feet away from the basket if you're the Saigon Heat.
And I know Reggie Johnson for a fact. And one. Lenny Daniel is my nomination for player of the game for Saigon at the moment. He's had some stellar numbers today. Let's have a look at this again.
Nice pass from David Arnold. Lenny Daniels, double clutch in midair, takes that contact and finishes the basket.
See what happens right here. The timeout, 8-point ball game. A better start for the Dragons, but gotta keep it consistent, Trey.
They do. This defense, they played a much better defense this quarter without fouling, except for that last one where Lenny Daniels finished the basket with the foul. And it's good to see Matt Wright and Quick get into it as well. Corner threes to start the first few minutes of this quarter. I want to see them sustain that, though. So got to sustain that.
Well, Shogi Gunn did say last week, step up, because last season when the Dragons lost to high-tech Bangkok City, with the exception of Lo Shi-Fai, the locals really didn't step up. And it wasn't just the locals, it was some of the imports as well. Nerves got to them. I'm not going to mention any names. They're probably watching this game right now. But we're family here at the Dragons. We have to call a spade a spade. What was good was good. What was bad was bad. The good thing is making the finals. Well, the bad thing and the area that we need to improve on is the finals itself.
I get you there. And with the Dragons team right now, I feel a better cohesiveness amongst the team. They're more of a family. And I like the way they play. They've got big men to be able to draw defenses in, and they've got shooters on the outside, especially with Shi-Fai back. Imagine, Ben, Shi-Fai on one side, Matthew Wright on the other. Where's the defense going to go when that ball gets kicked out?
I'm a huge fan of shooters in the deep corners. 7-point ball game in favor of the home team. Godfrey to Johnson. One fan out there just screamed something out. Williams, Godfrey. Good intent by Calvin Godfrey. 5-point ball game. Dragons need a basket. Steal by Lenny Daniel. Wang. Arnold. Moving it around the perimeter to Han Min. Lenny Daniel jumped a bit too early there. Long pass. Johnson, Hurricane. And the Hurricane has put it in. Did you like that, Trey?
I did. The Hurricane. We can work with that. The Hurricane. 18 points from the Hurricane right now to go along with 15 boards, I think. 14 boards. Big game from Reggie Johnson.
Well, don't forget, Trey, the end of the third quarter is coming up. And I will let you call. Come on, Dragons, that was poor rebounding there. Arnold. Pulls out for the two. Rattles around and goes in. 5-point ball game. A very, very small Saigon Heat crowd here, but they are noisy. They are making their presence felt. And that's great to see, traveling fans.
It is, and it's that support that gets Saigon through these games. Very vocal crowd at home.
Paul Williams staying with Reggie Johnson. Got to watch the shot clock. Basket. Does the basket count? Basket does not count. Can't beat the buzzer. Coach Ariel looking a little concerned there at the moment. Don't forget, end of the third quarter coming up, and I will let you have first dibs in calling the player.
Okay, okay.
Reggie Johnson. That's what you call rejection.
Let's see that again. Lenny Daniels drives to the basket. Reggie Johnson says, nuh-uh, not here.
Reggie Johnson says payback for what he did. Lenny Daniel dunked over Reggie Johnson last time these two teams played. Good stuff, Reggie Johnson, the enforcer. Turns the ball over. Daniel. They've got numbers. Matt Wright all the way, and he's fouled. The fans are saying that should be a technical. What do you think, Dre?
Let's see that here right now. Matthew Wright gets the ball in stride. That didn't look like something. He was going for the ball. He just couldn't get up very high.
In my opinion, he wasn't going for the ball. That's just my opinion. From that angle, of course. Not trying to say he's a bad guy. He's a nice guy. Stephen Wang. Matthew Wright studied a history degree at St. Bonaventure University in America, in New York. His college team are called the Bonnies. So I'm not going to call him a Bonnie. I like that name, Hurricane.
Hurricane's good, Bonnie not so much.
Nah, all due respect to St. Bonaventure University, a good school. Division I school in America. Don't forget, March Madness is coming up, yeah?
It is. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Double team on David Arnold. Good hustle. But Too-Han Min open. He's got time. And he trains that three-pointer. 4-point ball game. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in this quarter. Matt Wright, can he answer back? Stephen Wang told his team to calm down a bit. Let's set up the offense. Dragons just need to play defense. Arnold. Good rebound there by the Dragons. Reversed by Lo Shi-Fai. Not only can he shoot, but he can attack the basket as well.
That was a smooth move by Shi-Fai. Looked like it was going to lay up on the left hand of the rim and goes under for the reverse.
Shi-Fai. A good block there by the Dragons. Bit of traffic here. 4 on the shot clock. Wang. I thought that was a shot clock violation.
Not according to the ref. Stephen Wang steps up with a clutch three-pointer.
Matt Wright. Godfrey with the rebound. Here comes Paul Williams. And Lo Shi-Fai said, yeah, I fouled him. That was a bump. Looks like Saigon are quite confident to shoot the ball here, Dre.
That's great to see the locals stepping up, making those shots. Both Chu and Stephen Wang here. Big shots from both of them.
It's close here at the moment at Maba Stadium. If you're just joining us live on RTM TV1 and ABL live stream, the Dragons lead 54 points to 51. 40 seconds left in this quarter. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Too-Han Min.
In and out.
Brickman's open. Godfrey. Williams. A good block there by Quick. That was a clean block. Tony Gabalotto getting very, very animated there on the Saigon bench. Anybody in foul trouble, Dre?
Let's see here. No, it doesn't.
Timeout.
Doesn't look like it for Saigon Heat. Both Lenny Daniel and Lenny Daniel has 3, but for the Dragons, no, we look all right.
Sorry, my mistake. No timeout. I thought Coach Tony Gabalotto was going to call a timeout, but Reggie Johnson checks back in. And it's a 2-point ball game. Paul Williams hits this. It's a 1-point ball game. Still 2 points. Dragons want to get the last basket of this quarter. Send a message to the Saigon Heat. Phi pulls up. No, Shi-Fi. Pressure D, pressure D. So 5-point lead. That will lift the confidence of the Dragons. And I must say, Lo Shi-Fi, he's showing us that he is more than a shooter.
Well, Lo Shi-Fi, that 3-pointer, letting the Dragons close on a high, that's going to help with their confidence, you're right. And at the same time, it's nice to see Shi-Fi getting into his stride just as the playoffs start. Shi-Fi now with 5 points. No, that should be 8 points now, right? That 3-pointer, 2 3-pointers, and that nice little reverse layup he had. 8 points.
Well, his personal best this season is 12 points. But look at the Saigon bench. They're fired up, Dre. They're really, really confident that they can go for the W.
Yeah, Saigon, they are right in this game right now. It's a game of runs. Saigon has a couple of threes. Dragons hit right back. We're going to see how that plays out in the fourth quarter. Now, Dragons have more talent, Ben. They have the ability to bring out their big guns and really play at a high level. But Calvin Godfrey, where is he, and will he step up in the fourth?
Well, I think the word that you were looking for is tempo. And yes, Dragons have had a great season, but at the end of the game against the MX3 Kings last Sunday, the whole team gathered around in midcourt and wore a black t-shirt, 16-4, which is their record, does not mean a thing without a ring. Every time Lenora interviews Coach Ariel Vanguardia this season, like Lynn says, congratulations for the win. But Coach Ariel says, we haven't achieved anything. The ultimate achievement is the championship. Indonesia has tasted success. San Miguel has tasted success. The Chang Thailand Slammers have tasted success. The Philippine Patriots have tasted success. And the Dragons want to join that group, the championship club of the ASEAN Basketball League. So the current 5 on the court for the Dragons: Lo Shi-Fi, Kwek Ten Yuen, Matthew Wright, Jason Brickman, and Reggie Johnson for Saigon. Lenny Daniel, Tu Han Min, Paul Williams, David Arnold, and Stephen Weng. 5-point ball game. Hold on to your horses, Dre. It's going to be tight. Defense is the key. Matthew Wright was bumped by offensive foul. Good call. I remember one ASEAN Basketball League fan on the ABL Facebook page said Matthew Wright is the next Jimmy Alapang. For those of you who don't know, Jimmy Alapang, 5'9", 6-time PBA champion. Well, he was very, very famous for hitting those long threes.
Wow, Jimmy Alapang, that is some high praise for Matthew Wright.
That's right. The man known as the Mighty Mouse, only 5'9", Alapang, was drafted by Talkin' Tex. Good rebound there, Reggie Johnson. And Reggie Johnson giving that look. Got a haircut before this game, and he's looking mean. And I must give credit to Reggie Johnson. I'm not being biased because I know how hard this guy's worked. Remember when he came to the Dragons at the start of the season, he was quite bulky, but he has worked tremendously in the gym. And you can watch that on the Dragons Lair, a YouTube channel on the KL Dragons YouTube site or channel, whatever you want to call it, produced by Lenora Lowe and myself and Andre Rezar as the consultant, basketball consultant of that show. 8-point ball game. So keep watching the Dragons Lair, keep watching RTM and ABL live stream. Dre, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that my player of the game vote is going to be Reggie Johnson.
Okay,
just put it out there.
Shi-Fi! I want to say Shi-Fi, but numbers are numbers. And I'm going to say to you, player of the game, okay, I'll agree with you there because Reggie Johnson, he's just a class above everybody today. But Lenny Daniel for the Saigon Heat.
I agree. Lenny Daniels is the only reason actually the Saigon Heat are in it. He's got 22 points, 8 boards. He has been a monster today.
But what about Tu Han Min and Stephen Wang? Can you look at their numbers, Dre? Because they've done some good things here today too.
Yeah, Tu Han Min's got 8 points today, shooting 2 3-pointers. And Stephen Wang is playing well. He's playing well, but I personally think they're playing side rolls to Lenny Daniels. He's the one that's drawing all the defenses in. Shooters outside, just go and hit those shots.
No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying, I mean, locals. It's always great to see locals stepping up, you know, and, you know, making a difference. And I must give Singapore some credit. Their locals have improved tremendously this season. Wong Wei Long is more consistent. Desmond O is more consistent. You know, so to Coach Neo Beng Siang and Michael Johnson, I know you're watching this game. Shout out to the both of you on the work that you've worked with this, or the work that you've done, should I say, with the Singapore Slingers, not just this season, but over the last few years. And the Dragons, Coach Ariel, Coach Tino, you know, he's done a great job with his team when Coach Ariel came here as a consultant under Coach Goh Cheng Huat. But the Dragons have always made the semifinals, except last season when they made the finals. So long may that continue, Dre.
I'm thinking this is going to be a finals appearance right now, and I'm voting for the Dragons to win the championship. Nice double team.
That's great hustle there, great pressure. Wang, bit unlucky. Johnson just slows it down. Godfrey, he caught it, but he's back on court, which is great to see. Hopefully he can have a very good fourth quarter. But I have no doubt, whatever happens in this game, Calvin Godfrey, I know the first thing tomorrow morning, he's going to work and train. That's the type of mentality, that high-performance mentality Calvin Godfrey has.
He sets a high bar for himself. He's not going to be happy with this game, so he's going to work at it.
Good hustle there, and Dragons ball. Looks like Saigon a bit jittery here, Dre.
It is. It's a combination right now. Dragons defense on point, and on the offensive end, they're able to keep their big men down low, and that's causing havoc for the Saigon Heat right now.
Godfrey to Johnson. Works class with one hand. It's the Reggie Johnson show. The Hurricane in the house.
Nice high-low play there between Calvin Godfrey and Reggie Johnson, finishing nicely with one hand.
Wang pulls up, swishes that. Good shot, Stephen Wang. He had an open look, he just pulled up.
I like Stephen Wang's game. He's a smooth player, and he's a pretty good passer, Ben.
Well, he also started as a soccer development player in Sweden before moving to basketball. Lenny Daniel getting very frustrated. And Reggie just with that pose there. It's like a superstar pose. Look at this. And that's contact there. I don't know what Lenny Daniel's complaining about.
Yeah, it is contact. He's frustrated because it's really tough to get around Reggie Johnson to block that shot, especially when he wants to go with his left hand. He'll just put his body into you.
Good high arc shot there by Reggie Johnson. But in terms of the Saigon Heat, they've got to, like you said, got to do a better job with Reggie Johnson. I mean, I think they were so focused on Calvin Godfrey, and they did a good job on him. But Reggie, give him an open look, he'll shoot. Arnold for the floater, Daniel for the tip-in. The Lenny Daniel and Reggie Johnson show today, Dre. Good stuff by both players. What a float by Reggie Johnson. He's a big guy. Big guys don't do floaters.
Soft touch, I tell you. Around the rim, Reggie Johnson has a soft touch.
Well, here's an interesting fact for you. Reggie Johnson is from North Carolina, and Lenny Daniel went to high school in North Carolina. So it's the all North Carolina thing today. Godfrey, good defense, and good hustle by 5. This is much, much better by the Dragons. I must say, Saigon look a bit exhausted at the moment. They've given everything, Dre. You must give credit to Saigon. They've come here, okay, man down. But like they say, man down, hand down, and just get on with it.
Yeah, it was Tony Gabalato and the short roster that he has right now. His rotations are quite short now. The players are going to show signs of fatigue as Calvin Godfrey travels, uncharacteristically travels.
One thing good about Cal, he doesn't say much. He lets his basketball do the talking. He's a very different person, shall I say, on court versus off court, but he can play. He's a great athlete. He's a young guy as well. Don't forget, his first job out of college. Saigon hits the iron right with the rebound. Long pass to Godfrey. A 12-point lead at the moment, 6 minutes and 8 seconds left in this game. It's game 1 of semifinal number 1. Tomorrow, high-tech Bangkok City, the defending champions, take on the Singapore Slingers, who also had a 16-4 record during the regular season. Don't forget Chris Charles. He led the league with the highest number of blocks per game, average that is, 3.6 blocks per game. Arnold. Got to protect the ball.
Another shot clock violation for the Saigon Heat.
I must say though, Dre, improvement for Saigon in terms of protecting the ball today, but shot clock violation, that's just common sense stuff.
Yeah, you got to be aware of where the clock, what the clock's at all times.
I think Johnson got a piece of that. What's the call? Tony Camalato not happy with the referees, Dre. He's giving them a bit of a lecture at the moment.
He rarely is, Ben. He rarely is.
But we love
happy.
that. We love that about Tony Camalato. He's a nice guy. He's a passionate guy.
I love his energy. He really cares about his team.
Goes for the rebound. And Johnson is fouled. What did I tell you about Calvin Godfrey? Okay, he didn't get it in, but look at the attitude. That attitude needs to be infectious with the KL Dragons. You miss a shot, you go in there and get your own rebound, get your own miss. So what Saigon need? What do they need to work on when they go back to Saigon? Because don't forget, it's game 2 next Friday in Saigon. Like you always say, an easy place.
With the Dragons specifically, it's trying to get Calvin on track. Calvin Godfrey, the Dragons are having a nice lead here, but without Calvin Godfrey's contributions, he's got to be a weapon in Saigon for them to be doubly successful. Now for Saigon, as you see David Arnold drive to the cup, Saigon needs to go back to their defense in the first half. Double team, make it difficult for the Dragons bigs to score down low.
Godfrey, Tuhan Min knocked the ball out of Godfrey's hand. Brickman, and Godfrey returns the favor, but Daniel for the stop. What, now from an objective, neutral point of view, great basketball. Great basketball.
That is great basketball. Calvin Godfrey with the chase down block after he gave up that turnover. But Lenny Daniel in the right place at the right time, grabbing that rebound, slamming it double-handed. You see here that chase down block's coming, you know it. Lenny Daniel gets that board, double-handed slam as our cameraman almost took a tumble.
But don't forget, when I asked Coach Tony Gabalato before the game, is Moses Morgan going to be available for game 2? He said, not sure yet, because he was supposed to play in this game with a mask, but it sort of gave his sinuses some trouble. So it's not, ask Paul Williams, it's not easy wearing a mask.
It is not. It is uncomfortable, and if it's not built correctly, sometimes you can almost get double vision with that mask kind of creeping up a little bit.
Yeah, so, I mean, imagine if Saigon had Moses Morgan today.
We could say it might be a different game, but I think the fire that Saigon's displaying is because they're a man down, Ben. I would say that's the case.
Possibly.
They know they can't be complacent. Tony Gabalato has lit a fire under them, and they've responded.
So it was pretty close here last time. It was a 10-point ball game last time these two teams played in January. 86-76. Will be a 10-point ball game again. Fai. Loshi Fai. Now, he is looking like a man possessed today. I love it.
Third three-pointer of the game for Shifai.
So he's on 10 points at the moment?
He should be on 11 if I'm not mistaken.
Godfrey and Daniel go up in the air. Han Min to Daniel. Godfrey guarding Daniel. Gotta watch the shot clock. 2 seconds left. Arnold sinks that three-pointer. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. This game is far from over. Brickman calling for a set, dribbling between legs. Godfrey works glass. And that'll put a smile on Mr. Godfrey's face.
A nice high pick and roll there. Giving Calvin Godfrey the easy basket at the rim.
Arnold, and one. What did I say about giving Saigon Heat some open looks? You can't give them open looks.
Especially not a talent like David Arnold. Hitting that shot, taking the contact. He's going to the line for one more here. Well, let's see that replay though, if he got it.
Well, Viet Arnold, as he is very famously known in Vietnam. He gets a lot of inspiration from Larry Bird and LeBron James, he says. Big Boston Celtics fan, too.
Larry Bird. It's not often that you find a young fella who's a fan of Larry Bird.
Well, his father and him are very close. His father is almost his unofficial manager of his career. So I think maybe watching those games when you're younger, don't forget, he's 26 this year, David Arnold, so born in 1990. Larry Bird was, what, he came towards the end of his career in 95? 95, if I remember?
Earlier than that.
Earlier than that. He had a bad back.
Yes, he did. He ended his career with a bad back.
I used to dislike Larry Bird a lot, being a Magic Johnson fan, so. Good tap there by Jason Brickman. 8-point ball game, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game. Brickman pulls up, Jason Brickman. The other Splash brother, there's two brothers on this team, basketball-wise. Arnold, good double team, good hustle. Gotta stay with Daniel, just gotta stay with him. Put a hand on him. Good steal by Lo Shi-Fai. Long pass, tap to Godfrey, and he's fouled. Now Godfrey will want to get his confidence up from the charity stripe because he hasn't been effective from the free throw line today.
No, he hasn't. As you see it, Calvin Godfrey corrals that loose ball, goes up, gets fouled, going to the line for two now. Calvin Godfrey's been having a little bit of trouble from the charity stripe. He's had his off days. As he hits that one, I was worried I was going to jinx him.
Don't jinx him, all right? Don't jinx him.
What do you think? I kept quiet after that.
You and your silent but violent modes. 76-65. 11-point lead, 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. This to give the Dragons just a bit of breathing space, a little bit. But regardless, Trey, Coach Ariel will tell Shogi, cut the film. Let's go in the film room tomorrow.
He will not be happy with this performance, although Saigon have come out with unexpected fire. Four possession game here.
A reverse by Paul Williams. That's his signature move. He's done that a lot this season since he's joined the league. Don't forget, Paul Williams joined the Saigon Heat quite late in the season at the halfway point. Well, in late January. He was supposed to join earlier, but he got into a bit of an accident in Vietnam. Got hit by a motorcyclist. Brickman with a floater. Showing, I was about to say fatigue being a factor here with Saigon at the moment, Dre.
It might be, but I'm a little worried about Jason Brickman after that floater. He looked like he was limping a little bit. You see the team trainer with him right now.
Well, now is the time for Wong Wei Sing to show us what he can do. He's the only backup point guard. Ma Chi Quen can play as a point guard as well, but Ma Chi Quen has only started training with the team this week. Ma Chi Quen, he picked up an injury against High Tech Bangkok City in December, when the Dragons won 77 points to 71. December the 13th to be exact. All these injuries in basketball, because it has happened to him before in terms of a wrist injury. So like all good mothers out there, very concerned. But Ma Chi Quen said to his mom, he said, "Mom, I think we've got a chance to win the championship this season. So come to the game and watch us. And you won't be disappointed that I didn't give up." That's the exact words he told me in training on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's a brave man to be able to talk to his mom and tell him to let me play basketball again. But he is a professional. He's out here.
No Jason Brickman. Daniel. Fly tried to go for the rebound, but Reggie gets the ball. Wei Sing, he'd want to slow it down a little bit. He drives. He's being double teamed. Good bounce pass to Reggie. Ooh, that was a foul. Good intent by a two-on-min, but a bit too much aggression there.
Yeah, I don't think he would have had much luck trying to rip the ball out of Reggie's hands if he's holding it that close like that. It does send Reggie Johnson to the line, though.
Lenora Lowe, if you can hear us, please find out what's going on with Jason Brickman, because game 2 is not that far away. It's next Friday. And that will be live on ABL YouTube live stream. Hands off to Arnold. And the Dragons will look to slow it down. Wei Sing calling for his set. Well, good drive there by Wei Sing. Can he go all the way? He kicks out. Phi. Low sheet Phi. Very impressed with Lo Shi-Fi today, Dre.
Yeah, he's had a great game. Couple of three-pointers, some nice layups. He's been effective on the defensive end as well, coming out with some key steals.
Now, if you look at the scoreboard, 81 to 67, that scoreboard is not reflective of the game, in my opinion. Saigon really stuck to the Dragons for 3 quarters, but in the 4th quarter, the Dragons just had a little bit more quality.
I'd have to agree with you there, Ben, and it came down to Reggie Johnson exerting his influence in the 2nd half, going down low, hook shot, runner, put back. He's all over the place.
Oh, he was just doing it all today. The Hurricane has come alive.
Have you ran that nickname past him? Does he agree with the Hurricane?
Well, I'm very, very sure he will not be disappointed, because if you look at his Instagram account, he always says that, you know, brotherhood is not just about being blood related.
Right.
It's about friendship and trust, and that's how him and his teammates at the University of Miami, that's how they came together. They said, we are a brotherhood, we are a family, and Matthew Wright and one.
But he's holding his ankle.
Oh,
he looked like
God.
he may have picked up an injury on that one. That was unfortunate. The Dragons up big already. We'll see that again.
It looks all right. He's a tough guy, Matthew Wright. But
let's see here, Matthew Wright cutting down the lane. I did not see what exactly happened. It looked like he just landed. He might have stepped on someone's foot on the way down.
Just probably landed awkwardly. But he's walking. He's walking. But Dre, unless something drastic happens, I'm quite confident the Dragons can take this game. Machi Quen, talking about Machi Quen.
Shooting the free throw for Matthew Wright.
Machi Quen, the big Michael Jordan fan, wants to set up a basketball clinic once he finishes playing basketball. And that's number 10. That's Chong Ting Ten. And To Hwang Chung on the court. Wang Tan Yan. So Coach Tony Cavallado using more of the locals. The West Sports Malaysia Dragons take game 1 of semifinal number 1 in the playoffs, 84-68. Congratulations to the West Sports Malaysia Dragons, but it did come at a little bit of a price. Question mark on Jason Brickman, question mark on Matthew Wright in terms of their respective injuries, Ray.
It is, and we're hoping that those two will be ready for game 2 of this semifinal match. It was a close game, Ben. I'm sure you'll agree with me. Quarter number 3, Dragons were only ahead by 5 points, but they turned on the afterburners and made sure that this game was going to be a Dragons win in the 4th quarter.
Well, I can see Jason Brickman now in the huddle. He's got an ice pack on his calf. So a precautionary measure, most probably. So there is a fight here between local fans and Saigon fans just behind the commentator's box. Apparently the locals saying that he is drunk, having a lot of alcohol in his system, but we can't see it on camera right now. Well, we can now a little bit, but the fight is over. That gives it a bit of a shake-up. But Saigon came here to play, Dre. They did.
They did, Ben, they did. And Saigon was very close, like I said earlier, for the first 3 quarters.
Well, it was a good game. For the neutrals, Dre, it was a good game. Saigon gave it everything. Then they were only 2 points down at half-time. And, you know, no Moses Morgan. But they have got a really, really good chance of probably taking game 2. You know, I mean, home court, if Moses Morgan is fresh. I'm just trying to be super neutral and objective here. When I'm sure all the Dragons fans, including me out there, would love to see the Dragons seal this in 2 or, you know, sweep it in 2. But at the end of the day, you know, that's basketball. You got to be competitive, and you've got to believe that you can win a game regardless on who's on your roster.
Yeah, and I think Saigon, with their 6th man, the Saigon Heat crowd, will definitely give them a run for their money. The Dragons know that Saigon is a tough place to play in, and they've lost in Saigon before, Ben.
Yeah, and don't forget, in that game when they lost, Calvin Godfrey was injured in the 3rd quarter. So right now, we're going to throw over to Lynn, who's with our player of the game, Reggie Johnson, and coach Ariel Vanguardia. Over to you, Lynn.
Thanks so much, Ben. Reggie Johnson, player of the game, 29 points, 23 rebounds. What are the things that you want to work on?
Well, as a team, we got to get better as far as on the defensive end. I love playing against these guys, man. Saigon, you know, those guys don't quit. I know Lenny personally. Lenny is a warrior, you know. So we gotta, if we get a big lead, we gotta continue to play defense.
What are your thoughts on going into the finals and getting that championship?
Right now, it's one game at a time. You know, I'm not worried about Singapore or High Tech right now. I'm worried about Saigon. One more game. We're going to a tough environment, but you know, I play in, I think, some of the best basketball in America in college. So I'm gonna be up for it. The team gonna be up for it. It's gonna be an exciting game.
Work on it, Reggie. Coach, well done. Now I want to ask publicly on Jason Brickman and Matthew Wright. How are those players?
I will know. Good question. That's a good question. Only God will know, yeah? But I have to check on them. But, you know, Saigon is a very good team. And we just got lucky today that Morgan didn't play. If Morgan was there, maybe that score would have been different. But, you know, Reggie was dominant today. He was asking for the ball in the third quarter, and he carried us. And there'll be games like this wherein one guy will step up, but we're a family, we're a team, and we support each other. And we got to continue playing that way.
What is the key thing you want to work on as you head into game 2?
A lot of things. Lenny had 29 points also. We weren't able to stop Arnold's ball screen. There's a lot of things, and they were making their shots also on the outside. Saigon, you just don't like. They are a pretty good team, and they just don't get enough credit, I think. But they're well coached. You know, we have exciting battles with them, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Well done once again, Coach. All right, back to you, Ben and Dre.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Congratulations to Reggie Johnson and Coach Ariel Vanguardia. A great job today. They won 84 points to 68. Reggie Johnson, the player of the game, and as you can see there, Lenny Daniel talking to the media, or that's on ABL media, should I say, in-house ABL media, Chuck Araneta and his team. And they do a fine job there in terms of bringing us all the latest news and updates during the course of the week, and they'll continue to do so. So a big shout out to our ABL colleagues. But Dre, a win is a win, and they've got to focus on game 2. Not a lot of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and that's where those injury concerns will be a problem. If Jason Brickman is going to be 100%, if Matthew Wright's ankle is going to be 100%, those two guys, the Splash Brothers, like we call them, they're going to be key to success in Saigon.
But in terms of the West Sports Malaysia Dragons, like Coach Ariel said, there's a few things to work on. But what's the biggest thing that they really need to improve between now and Friday, which is game 2?
It's going to be defense, defense, defense. How to stop Lenny Daniels from having such a huge impact. And he did talk about briefly about David Arnold's ball screens. Those screens were effective. David Arnold was able to get into the paint and kick out to those locals for 3-pointers in the corners.
Well, the West Sports Malaysia Dragons defeat the Saigon Heat 84 points to 68 in game 1 of semifinal number 1 in the ABL playoffs. Game 2 is next Friday, and if necessary, game 3 will be here at Maba on Sunday. So join us for that, but hopefully the Dragons will take this series in 2 games, game 2 being next week. My name is Ben Ibrahim on behalf of Andre Reza, Lenora Lowe, and myself and the whole team here at RTM. We hope you enjoyed our live coverage of this game, and we'll catch you next time. Back to you, Zaki, in the studio.
easy to step out and do something that the next person is not doing. You know, I grew up as a kid, you know, looking at the NBA, dreaming hopefully one day I can get there. I grew up watching All-Star games and, you know, thinking that'd be cool, you know, if I can make it there. And now I'm 11 years in consecutively, so you try not to take it for granted. You know, you try to, you understand that nothing is guaranteed to you. So I'm thankful.
Don't be afraid to be different, man. That's what make your own way stands for. Your way. Everybody's is different. Everybody got a different story. You might be from the same block, you might be from the same park, the same neighborhood, whatever the case may be, but everybody got a different path.
I think what Dwayne and Li Ning are doing for these kids is unbelievable, man. I think we need more of those type of people that are not afraid to sacrifice something that's cool for something that can have a positive effect on so many others, and most importantly, a younger generation.
D-Wade coming to my high school, it means the greatest thing in the world, basically. And he's giving back to me, like this room, before he gave back to this room, it was really small. Now it just looks excellent, it looks the best. And D-Wade coming to my school, personally, that's just the greatest thing to ever happen, because most people, when they make it, they don't come back.
What these kids get to learn in these moments is not just how to put a ball in a hoop. They learn how to be themselves, be confident and competent in any arena. They're coming, they're coming.
Make your own way to me is kind of like paving your own path to greatness.
Be a leader, kind of follower. To inspire other people to lead by example.
Challenging my team to find the need in the community, with our youth. And, going around and trying to, figure it out, man. And, we always try to leave an impact. Every time we come to a city, I know how important that is. It can be something small, man. Just by seeing someone come to your school or see someone care about you enough, it can change your whole outlook on life. So I've been there before and I get it.